welcome back to the Urban Whispers podcast with your girl LaCie Knight. I'm your host, Habari Ghani. It is the third day of Kwanzaa. Today's principle is Ujima, collective work and responsibility. And who else can I do this collective work with other than Sloane _ Bueller and Morg Stays Booked? As you can see, this is our last episode of the year, but not our last episode of the season, but it's the last episode of 2026. And what better way to close it out? Oh, whatever. 2025. I'm speaking in advance. This last episode of 2025. Thank you, Slow. But what better way to close out the year than in our bonnet and our muumuus? We all look so comfortable, so relaxed, so everything. And we have like a jam-packed episode today for you guys. Of course, we're going to talk about what we're reading, get into some urban vibes. We're going to do some live tutorials. Sloane's going to do an unboxing, and Morgan's going to talk about all of her Christmas presents. So, Merry Christmas, ladies. Happy Kwanzaa. How was y'all's holiday?
Eventful, but I'm sure not as busy as Morg's because she actually left somewhere. I was just here trying to relax.
Oh yeah,
happy the holiday is over. It's a little bit less stress now.
Any big New Year's plans?
I usually run me a bubble bath and just kind of relax in the house on New Year's Eve. I'm not. Yeah, watch some movies, I drink some wine or something. I do a very relaxed end of the year.
I love that for you. Morgan, how was your Christmas? How's the fam?
Well, Christmas looked really different this year for various of reasons. But it was so good. I was able to check in on my family. Everyone's doing well. It did rain, but it wasn't terrible. We had a little bit of flooding in California, but on Christmas Day, it was clear skies.
I thought it never rained in Southern California.
That's what they said, Tony. They lied. Okay.
California.
But it was good. Oh, and Sloane, you may not know this, but I do not cook. But
I did not know that either.
I don't. I bake. But I cooked the brunch day after Christmas brunch. We do it at my grandma's every year, and I did the eggs, easy. But I did the salmon croquettes. That was the main thing, and I did them from scratch. She walked me through each process and let me kind of do it on my own and all the kind of things like.
Oh, your grandmother?
Yes, and everybody loved it. Yes, I was with it.
I love salmon croquettes.
Everybody loved it. My uncle asked for he was like, "Is there any more?" I was like, Uncle Edward, they good?" He was like, "Morgan, you did good." I said, "Pew." Okay.
I make salmon croquettes for my New Year's brunch.
I love salmon croquettes. So yes, I'm down. But yeah, it was good. I got some good gifts during our gift exchange, and yeah.
We'll come back to that. My Christmas was chill. Usually what I do is I used to cook for every holiday when I was in undergrad because I live here, and then I have friends that were from other areas, and we, your Christmas break is pretty longer, but like Thanksgiving and other breaks are real short, so we would never go. And I was the only person that had I lived off campus, so I cooked big meals for Thanksgiving, for Christmas, for all of them, and so maybe 7 years ago or whatever, I decided to stop cooking, and then I also started traveling to see my family in Missouri for the week of Thanksgiving. So I was like, I'm not cooking. I'm going to be kicking with these people. I hung up my stuff. And so 7 years ago, I was watching A Christmas Story, the thing that comes on for 24 hours on TNT and TBS. I was watching it and I was like, I want to be like Ralphie's family and go eat Chinese food. So I texted a bunch of people and I was like, Daryl, Lillian, and I are going to a Chinese restaurant. It's a really good Chinese restaurant. For Christmas dinner, if y'all want to come, pull up. And so she and I went to see a movie, and then the first year we went, it was so packed in this restaurant. I think the pandemic really has slowed people down, even though this is 5 years later. But we went there, and ever since then, that's been our thing, where she and I would go to a movie and then go right across the street to Tony Chang and Chinatown in DC. If you're from DC, you know, like it's the food is so good. So we did that. And every year the group of people always change. It's still always like a big group. But this year it was like looking like it was just the two of us. The movie options were awful, so we didn't even go see a movie on Christmas because there was nothing we wanted to see because nobody wants to watch Avatar and look at them people for 3 hours being blue and whatever. I watched the first one and I was like, that's it. And people were like, is it because it's 3 hours? I was like, no, I've sat through 3 hour movies like Harry Potter and the Godfathers, and it was not that. It was just like, I don't want to sit here for 3 hours and look at a screensaver. So
somebody said that movie is like it's rewarded for the technology, not necessarily the story.
Yeah, and then the first when I say the very first one, it was beautiful. And then I like to watch like movies in 40x, so I'll sit there and be underwater and the chair be moving and it's 3D as well, so I feel immersed. Like it was gorgeous, but I was just like, I'm not doing that. Then you got SpongeBob, and who's fucking watching SpongeBob? Like I didn't watch it when it was popping. I never allowed my child to watch it. Also, I will say this though, I did see the movie, but that's because my daughter is a delegate for the Girl Scouts and they got to do a pre-screen. Like 2 weeks ago they saw the movie before it first came out, so she and I were in there watching it. And sorry for all you SpongeBob fans, but this is not a glowing review. So we were sitting there, and she was like, she tapped me. She's like, I see why you didn't allow me to watch SpongeBob. Whenever you're ready to go, I'm ready to go.
Oh, jeez. Oh, no.
That was 15 minutes into the movie, y'all. That's how stupid. I was like, oh my God, this is the dumbest movie ever. And so I was at dinner for Christmas talking about this, and my best friend, he loves SpongeBob, and I know so many people that love SpongeBob, and I just never watched it. And I like stupid cartoons. I like Ren and Stimpy. I like Pinky and the Brain. I like Dexter's Laboratory. I like all of them. Fairly Odd Parents.
Oh yeah.
Powerpuff Twins. Like I like all of those, but I just never watched SpongeBob. But he loved it, and and then he was telling me that Mr. Crab was a lobster. I was like, why the hell they calling the man a crab then? If he a lobster? But I did some further research. He was mistaken. But I was like, that would have rated very well with SpongeBob if that man was really a lobster and they was calling him Mr. Crab. But I guess if you like SpongeBob movies, you'll like it. But if you don't, go watch that shit. Like
to me, SpongeBob is a TV show that you can tell when the creator was no longer involved.
Oh, okay.
I think he passed, if I'm not mistaken. I believe he did pass, but he had left before he had passed. So,
like that final season of Game of Thrones, or George Martin didn't write it, so that's why we got just that one good scene, that one good fight scene,
and that was it.
But the rest of it was very,
I think that would have been his ending, but I don't think any of the stuff that happened would have been what he would have wrote.
Well, yes, it was his ending. He did tell the creators what the ending of Game of Thrones was going to be, but he didn't tell them everything that was happening. But yeah, that was a huge letdown because I started watching.
It was
because my friends paid me to watch it and review it. And this was when I used to be on Facebook TV, and I was reviewing it, and people was like, because I was talking too much trash about a show that I had never seen. And so they was like, you need to watch it. And it's like the first season, I hated it. The second season, I was like, this is garbage, but y'all paid me, but I'm going to keep on reviewing it. But then when we got to that Watchers on the Wall season, everybody knew what I was watching. I knew the words and everything. I was standing on top of my couch, screaming right with them, like, we going to war. And I was just off. I was like, they not gonna do it. And then they killed Jon Snow, and then he came back from the dead, and I was like, he's a corpse, and why is he not a White Walker? But that's not what this is about.
That makes sense, yeah.
But I will say, I'm glad that season did so poorly that when they pitched that idea of what if the South had won the Civil War, didn't get picked up. Yeah, I'm not gonna let that go. I just can't watch their stuff. I'm like, oh, okay, that's what you're on.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's trash. And I did like House of the Dragon, the first season. The second season, not so much. But
It's different showrunners, right?
huh? It's the same
Yeah.
people. It's the same
Oh, is
folks.
it?
Maybe, maybe not. Who knows? But
Who knows? I don't.
just because they had black people up in there running shit. The black people was in charge of the dragons, and
Yeah.
the dragons was the ones that could never be beaten. So I loved all of that. But yeah, but so we did our usual that and the we did see a movie, but we definitely had the Chinese food. And like I said, originally it was gonna be just the two of us, but then when we got there, a couple of my friends showed up and then another friend was eating there. I was like, oh, you trying to take my tradition and not invite me to your dinner? But
That's
but it was cute. I enjoyed it. And now the next thing is for the last I think 6 years I've been cooking like New Year's Eve. I do like the New Year's Eve at the house because my daughter's younger and she wasn't going out and she be sleep. She don't want to go to the church, watch our service. She'd be knocked out. So I was like, I'm not going out in Washington D.C. and dealing with all these drunk people. So I'm gonna be in the house. I literally make a beautiful spread of food, and it's like come over at 9 o'clock, eat, then we'll watch the last 10 minutes of I toggle the channel between CNN, ABC, NBC to watch the ball drop, and then that's it. But this year I'm excited. I don't eat it, but I was like, my Girl Scout troop had their holiday party yesterday, and we did a karaoke theme, and I catered it. They love Chipotle, so I went and got a rack of Chipotle for these girls. But I got cupcakes from Wegmans, and when I was on their catering menu, I saw like a sushi boat, and my daughter
oh,
likes sushi. So I was like, and Wegmans is a fabulous grocery store in this area. So I was
yeah.
like, I'm gonna have sushi for New Year's, in addition to just regular stuff that Black people eat: collard greens, black eyed peas, cornbread, fried chicken, fruit,
Grapes under the table.
bread
Hmm.
under the table. I invited a man to come walk through the door at midnight. So
Mhm.
no, not like that, Morgan. Don't get excited.
Oh,
No,
The
your
nigga,
first guest should be a man. Your first guest of the new year should be a man.
just the nigga I know. Come knock on the door at midnight and walk through the door.
Mm-hmm.
mm.
Not giving any of that, but
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I'm excited about the sushi, even though I don't eat it. But it
Oh,
looks really cute, so they gonna cater that. But
that's-
yeah, so any great gifts? Did anybody get a car?
no.
Oh,
No.
Even though my little cousin was like, "Is my car outside?" I was like, "Honey, you don't even have a license.
that's what I'm talking
No
about.
car."
Jamia from Real Housewives of Atlanta got a Bentley from her husband.
Oh, lovely.
I was like, I can't wait till I get me a car or give my daughter my old car and buy myself a car. She's getting an Audi. How nice for her.
I love
This,
that. For her.
yeah, this old Audi that I'm driving that I had during my midlife crisis.
Uh-uh. Well, if we are talking about gifts,
Yes.
I got a scanner.
Ooh.
This is very nerdy. So there is like this, not a trend, but I saw it on TikTok and I went down a rabbit hole where you can go to a website called Labib and
Mhm.
you use a scanner or you can use the app and you scan the barcode of the back of your book and you pretty much create your own digital catalog like as if you work at the circulation desk at a library. So this year for Christmas my family did a gift exchange. Everybody picks a name, it's on a thing, it spins the wheel and that's the name you get. And my nana got me, this was the gift I wanted on there, and I immediately put it to work. During everyone's opening up the rest of their gifts, I'm on my computer trying to figure it out, right? Scan a book, and it populated. It had the description, the ISBN number, everything is on there.
Are you serious?
Yes.
Mhm.
And I can create.
Gosh. Is it connected to your computer right now? Can you share your
Let
screen?
me see if I can put it on here. Yeah, hold on.
Oh my
I thought that they have an app, and I've had it for years. And if you don't buy the scanner, you can use the camera on your
Yes.
phone to scan the barcode. The scanner is probably faster though, but
I'm one of them people. I was like, oh, let me
no, the scanner is probably faster. As someone, these books have been cataloged there. The scanner is probably faster.
How
Oh,
do
I
I
need me a
how do I
scanner.
share my screen? Oh, here we go. Share screen.
Since I'm in the Jacquel J Delgado space, I need a gun. So I need a scan gun. Anyways, I can just
Girl. Okay, share screen. I hope this is.
And then you have to add it to stage.
How do I? Am I supposed to like pull it over or something?
I don't know.
Uh,
Bummer.
yeah. Sorry, y'all. I don't know what I'm doing. I know how to do it at work.
Maybe
Oh, here we go. Hold on.
you
Maybe
can
because
show us on the maybe I can make you a host. Let me see. Yeah.
okay. Hold on. I pulled it over to this one.
So if you're on YouTube, Morgan's about
Oh, that's why I figured it out.
okay. If you're watching us on YouTube like you're supposed to after you listen to the audio on whatever audio streaming platform, Morgan's about to show us how to scan books because we librarians up in here, as y'all heard last week. All of
Yeah.
us, like when we retire, we're gonna work in library services.
Mhm.
So might as well get ready for our tutorial to tell people about the reference section of urban romance.
Now it said I can do it.
Oh, she left.
Oh, she took herself
Well,
off.
she did. She'll be back.
Yeah.
She'll be back. Hopefully. But while we're waiting on her to come back and all of that, any great gifts? Did you get any good gifts this year? Did you give any good gifts?
There she back.
Oh, she back. Perfect timing.
My
Perfect
bad.
timing.
No, keep
What
going
you
about
get?
your gifts.
Yeah, keep going about
Okay.
this.
So I got the Lemonade vinyl, Beyonce's Lemonade. It does come with the digital album and the visual, and I'm so happy for that. I got a Coach wristlet
Oh,
from my sister and my nephew. My nephew picked it out. It's the classic Coach print.
mm.
Um, and then my Read Her book box came in right before Christmas, so I was happy about that. It is the seasonal one that I
Mhm.
purchased on Black Friday, and LaCie was there while I was agonizing about
But it
getting
was
in on time because I last year I missed it. I didn't realize y'all were buying that box like that. It sold out. I had forgot and logged in a couple of hours late, and y'all had sold it out.
Okay.
So I
are
made sure I got it this year.
you about to open it for us right now so we can see?
Yes. So it came here.
Oh, that's
It's
cute.
got this cute little card inside with all the authors' pictures, and then it does tell you exactly what books you get. And I am a subscriber to their monthly box, and you don't have to be a subscriber to get to buy the seasonal one, but we did get early access, so
Nice.
there is a plus to that. Oh, she came with a shirt this time for this too. Tis the season of reading.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
cute.
I know, it's so cute. Look.
I
Oh
love
my
that.
god, is that a pillow?
It's a t-shirt.
Ah.
I wish I had opened this earlier, but I didn't because
You
I
know,
wanted to open it with y'all.
this is
I
live
Yeah,
on
didn't
my
want it.
you want to open it with us too.
I was gonna yeah. Oh. And what you've never heard of this author or saw this book before.
Nissan.
Keeping it cool, Nissan.
That's a
That's
really
what I
good.
love about this. I subscribed because I did want to get introduced to new authors and also have their physical books. Because I like to collect them, as y'all could see from the background. Till I Say When, Natasha Rayner. It's a lot of books in here. It's more than I thought. Oh, my girl, Sheree Lewis. What does it say? Forever Her Savior, Sheree Lewis.
Okay.
Mhm. The Nanny and the Don by Tatum James. And I'm probably going to read this because y'all know I love a little nanny romance. Well, y'all don't know because I haven't ever talked about it on the podcast, but I do. 9 months with a mafia menace. So that means that there's a baby in this one. And, LaCie always joke about the urban romances and the pregnancies, but you know what? I love them. I
One
love
thing,
them. I don't care.
one thing the male character gonna do is get a girl pregnant.
Get
Okay.
a girl pregnant. Okay.
They'll baby mama you in a minute and refuse to marry you till the last 5 pages of the chapter. Then all of a sudden you engaged and you having a quick wedding.
Trapping Through the Snow by Brianne Denay. I did so this is not a new book. This is like a couple of years old, but I've never saw this cover before, and it's really cute. I'm like, oh, good job, girl. So I guess she had like an exclusive cover. That is also something that this book box will do. They will do exclusive covers. I had one of a Lady Nisha book, and I gave that to LaCie. Which one was that? It was the one with the girl with the T.
It's
Losing Control.
Mm-hmm. It's
Yeah.
it's still at Brenda's house.
Oh, we'll get that for you.
It wouldn't fit in my suitcase, and I was like, "Oh, I'm super packed." Well, she was supposed to mail it to me, but so she probably kept it now.
He probably doesn't know where it is.
We're gonna find it. I'll be back.
Yeah, we'll find it.
Yes.
Disrespectfully Relic by Antoinette Sherrill.
Please make that your next read. Please make that. That is the okay. Hold on.
Is it?
No, that's not your next read. If you gotta read Shabu and Savvy book, that's the brother. That's okay. Yes, I'm so glad you got that. Come on. What else you get?
When It's Real by Nicole Jackson. This is really thick too, y'all. Look at this.
Okay, Nicole. So is this what box? Who is this book?
This is the Read Her book box. This is their holiday book box. So every year for Christmas time, Black Friday, she puts it on sale and then you get it. And she used to break it up into like sweet and then spicy. But and I always just bought the combo box, but I'm guessing like that was too much. Probably inventory things, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah. And then this is Hear My Heart by Tay Monet. I love Tay Monet, so I'm happy to have another book by her. I have Drunken Love, which came in a previous book box this year.
Hear My Heart.
Dr. Bell by M. Monique. And this is a very recent release. This came out like, a couple of months ago, October. Mm-hmm. So that's cool. I love that that's in the thing. Oh, and then one of my favorites, Predators MC by Christina C. Jones. I love Christina C. Jones. I have not read this series yet, but it has been on my list for forever.
Is that Predators MC like a motorcycle club? Because I love motorcycle clubs.
Yep. And it's like, and this is a duology. So I think she has part 1 and part 2 in the ebook. Mm-hmm. And yes, I did meet her this year at Alexandria House's The House Party back in July in North Carolina, and I loved meeting her. She's so fun. Her and Alexandria Warren actually run like the Read Her, what is it called? Girl, Have You Read blog? Mm-hmm. And they were back in 2020, before 2020, they had a Girl, Have You Met, which was a reader event, and I'm from the Midwest, so it was like locations very close to us. And in 2020, it was supposed to be in St. Louis. Believe it or not, the ticket was $20. It included a t-shirt. I know, girl, count it down. February, I was so hyped to go. I was telling everybody, I said, yeah, I'm finna go up there. February rolled into March, and COVID shut the world down, and that got canceled. I did still get my t-shirt. They mailed that stuff out to us, but yeah, and they haven't came back together. And they were both at that event at the house party, and I told them, please bring it back, because I think that they hosted a really good event, and they always picked places around the Midwest. A lot of those signings are like very East Coast or, Southern, and it's harder to travel, People that drove there like 12 hours. I was like, oh no. So yeah, but that's it.
I love all of that. Nice.
I know. She's gonna steal from me, y'all. She was writing on her mental list, like next Thanksgiving, I'm gonna ask her what she's doing with this book, that book.
Absolutely, you already know.
She wants that Antoinette Sherrill. I know she do. She
actually, I don't get hard copies of books like that anymore. I really just be on the Kindle. I got hard copies of my books. And happy anniversary to LaCie Knight. My first book that I ever wrote last year, The Conversation, ladies and gentlemen. Happy anniversary. A year ago. Possibly a year ago today. Let me look at it.
Happy book anniversary.
It's my book anniversary. Yes. fire road up.
And your debut. Oh, shoot.
Let me put myself on this up. Here y'all go.
Yeah.
Conversation. My very first short story. Shout out to Amazon Publishing because your girl couldn't do it without them at all. Shout out to Morgan for telling me about Amazon Publishing because, baby, I know we have our issues with Amazon. A lot of us do, but they made it
They are
very.
the number one bookseller.
They are the number one
So,
bookseller, and they made it very easy for somebody to
mm-hmm.
that thing about publishing to publish a book. And
And
I
make it very easy for their readers.
and I don't feel like I was taken advantage of. They let me pick out my royalty setup and all of that. So y'all keep buying it. But yeah. But no, I don't. I don't be getting hard copies like that. I don't even know why I have the book by that woman who wrote on us, Nina. I got a book. I guess one day in our cousins chat, y'all put a link to something, and I just bought it, and all of a sudden the book came to my house. I was like, I didn't buy a book, but I have that.
Which book is it?
It is. I'll go grab it. Morgan, did you find your scanner?
Yes, I'm
okay.
good.
Okay, you ready to share
Okay.
your? While you share
Yeah.
your screen, I'ma go get the thing.
Yeah, go get it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let me know if
And show us the scanner so I can see if I want to connect it to mine.
I can't see what y'all see because I'm sharing my screen.
Oh, you know what? Hold on. Here it is. There you go. Can you see, Morgan?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Let me move this over here.
Have you read that S.A. Cosby?
I have. So I read it. And so that was gifted to me as well. Okay, so bam. So if I want to add an item, I go here. Oh, I got to turn the little scanner back on. I'm going to just take one of Sammy's books that are already right here. So I grab a book.
Mm-hmm.
I have it highlighted. I scan. Oh, it's saying it's not letting me upload. Let me try a different book. Why isn't his books coming up?
I don't know.
I don't know either. That's so
Oh,
strange.
well, it hates us.
Right.
Oh, it's not showing us anything.
Can y'all see?
Yeah, we
Yeah.
see.
I can see that, but why isn't it letting me scan the book?
Hmm.
But it worked the other day. Okay, anyway. So essentially I did it on Christmas and I scanned 2 books and it populated like this. And so if I go here, you see what came in. It came with a description and all that kind of stuff. It shows I have 1 copy. I labeled it as thriller, all the things.
Mm-hmm.
So that's that. Oh, I gotta figure out what's going on now. Anyways, it worked on Christmas. I don't know if I'm doing something wrong today or not, but
It's still exciting.
it is. Once I get it
Yeah.
together, this could be my internship for myself, so that when I retire, I can go work at the library. Mm-hmm.
See, like I said, you're gonna show us how to do this, so we all know how to become librarians and
Yes.
be scanning the books.
Yes. So there's that.
Be a clerk. I love that for us. Thank you for sharing.
Yeah.
This is the book by Nina, Blue Valentine.
Oh, I'm not sure.
Yeah, I remember that. And I think you might have really accidentally bought that.
Yeah, I mean, I'll be like, so yeah. And it's a novella.
Mm-hmm.
And it's autographed by Nina. So thank you, Nina. I appreciate that. I support Black women in the arts. That's why.
We do. We do.
But then I was like, I know I said that I don't really be buying hard copies, but I also have the hard copy of my second book, Echoes.
Is it really? Is it? I mean, you probably did buy it because I know it's faster.
I absolutely
It's
bought
faster.
it.
I've heard so many authors say it's so much faster if they buy it from Amazon than if they like did the publishing part where they ship the copies to themselves. They're like, yeah, if I buy it from Amazon, I'm going to get it faster. So they just always buy their book from Amazon.
Trying to, boost my rating. So I
Yeah, bro.
I bought a couple copies.
Well, you ain't gotta say that part. You could say I was just trying. It's just faster. Now you had that. No, it's just faster. It's faster.
Yeah, I wanted to see number one because the first book that I actually put out the second day, it was like one of the top releases of that day. So I was like,
Oh, that's good.
Obviously, I'm amazing at this. But I also have this is a book I bought this year. This is not a black woman or urban, but if people who are interested in self help, the Let Them Theory by Mel Robbins. This is very good. This is teaching you how to protect your time and your energy and focus on what matters to you. So I I will be rereading this at the beginning of the year because obviously I did not follow the instructions. And then one of my favorite books, I had to buy this. This is I told y'all about this how I had to trek. I caught a plane to Waldorf,
Oh,
Maryland to
that's
get
on my
this book.
list too.
Sky Full of Elephants. This was amazing
Hmm.
because this is like the dream
Yeah,
that so many black people have. One day you wake up and all the white folks are gone. So
I told my mom about that.
that book is so good. It's in my top 5 for the year. I gave it 5 stars.
Really?
Oh yes.
it was
Okay.
a
So
very
I'm
good.
gonna
It was very good. And here's another 5-star book, The Scammer by Tiffany D. Jackson. I went to a library conversation with her and she autographed this book for me as well. Morgan attended that. So I was very appreciative. There is nothing wrong with this. Edited perfectly. Kept me, when I say I just literally, it's like what? It's over, it's like 360 pages. I read this in maybe 3.5 hours because I was just like, this shit too good. Very,
well,
very
it's gotta
good.
go for 2026.
Yeah.
I'm stuck in a reread rut.
Tiffany
So
Patterson. Then, if you're on your religious journey, The Day God Saw Me is Black by
also on my list.
Unfried Christian. I actually am a part of a women's group in Washington D.C. called Elevate. So if anybody in Washington D.C. is looking for a women's networking group, holler at your girl in her real life. Go to Elevate DC on the Instagram. But I did a book conversation about this. In this book, The Day God Saw Me as Black, and it's just really your journey to faith and how you view Christianity and how the Bible. I just love it. It's your faith, your history, and all of those things. So I do have a couple of books that I bought.
Blackness in the Bible is so interesting. We as Black people in America, we have a very interesting experience here.
Yeah.
And it's and she talks about that faith and she talks about that a lot because I do follow her on the socials
Hmm.
and I always like her perspective and everything like that. So that book is on my list. I think I might do the audio book though,
You should. I
especially
really.
because I'm not using my Spotify to its full, you
Mhm.
know.
You should absolutely do it. I mean, and it was like, the group is not a black women's group that I'm a part of. Elevate
Hmm.
is for all women. So I
Hmm.
really like to, see what people think in those spaces. So we all met
Hmm.
at Busboys and Poets and we had the conversations and it was nice for non-black women to have a perspective and get it made them want to research. And I was like, well, look, y'all can also get into bell hooks and learn a little bit more about how you
Hmm.
allyship and black womanness and all of that.
Hmm.
So, but yeah, so all of these are like all those books that I just showed y'all, the hard copies for those of y'all watching in YouTube land. Buy them, add them to your library. I guess I'll be buying another bookshelf. I think y'all really do be inspiring me because I be seeing your bookshelf, Sloane, and then I see every single arc that the famous Morgan gets from every author in America, and I just be like, I would like to get a hard copy. I would like to get an early release book, but I don't have anywhere to place them. And I also
Well,
think
sometimes
I.
they come digitally. I got some. I've had plenty that come digitally
Mhm, mhm,
for
mhm,
the
mhm.
Kindle.
But I'm also about to be in school again. Now I have all my textbooks from undergrad. I'm about to be in school again too, so I'll be getting books. I do need another bookshelf. I just don't know where I would place that. But boy, maybe right here.
Hmm.
Right here. Yeah, why
Let
not?
me
Okay.
tell you, girl, I have two of these tall ones and then a short one, and somehow it's still not enough. So as we end this year in early 2026, I will be going through my bookshelves again, seeing if I need to cull anything.
Well, before you let them go completely, I think you should throw them in the chat and see if we want any of them.
I do. No, okay. So there is an order. There's an
Okay.
order. So my best friend, like for real in real life, she's also a reader. So I just send her the pictures and be like, "What do you want?" And she'll tell me. Usually, she tells me nothing, which is okay with me. And then I do my book club because I am in a small book club with
Okay.
Black women, and so I ask them what they want if they want anything. So you guys can be on the list too.
Period. Thank you.
Mhm.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I'm gonna buy me a bookshelf. Yep, I can buy. I can go to IKEA and get that Billy, the slender one, because I have
Mhm.
a picture right here that I don't necessarily want to move, so I can get that Billy. Then I get one to go up right there. We got it. It's
I
together.
wanted the Billy. I wanted the Billy, but the IKEA, the closest IKEA is in St. Louis, and I was like, I'm not driving to St. Louis for a bookshelf.
They deliver.
They wanted so much for that delivery. I was like, absolutely.
Mm,
Yeah.
I
I
got.
said, absolutely not. Yeah.
I hear you. That makes sense. So,
Hmm.
what are y'all reading? What y'all been reading? It's Christmas.
I haven't read any Christmas books this year.
Oh,
Really? What did you didn't read this?
Really?
Well, read a quick
So
one.
crazy. It's so crazy. I might.
Read a little quick one. What did you read in the last week? Did you read anything? I know you have family. You were busy.
You know, so I'm not really going to talk about it too much because I do want this to be a Black woman space, and this author is not Black, but she is one of my top authors. And I was reading some of her newer releases, and in it, like one of the characters was a baker, and I was like, "Oh, you did a baker character already?" And I started thinking about that book, which made me think about the book before it, which made me think about the series before it, because she does interconnected series a lot, which is why I love certain Black authors who do that. I love an interconnected series. So yeah, I've been reading that, just deep in that.
Okay. Morgan. Oh, Morg stays booked. What you been
so
reading?
I finished the Advent Calendar Christmas book last Christmas
Oh,
season. I did
God,
a
move
novella
it
a
over.
day, and
mhm.
I
Move it
that was
over.
too much. So this year I did the Christmas Advent Calendar. And I don't know where I put it. I think it's in another room. But Sophie Jomain, I think she's from like the UK or Canada or something. It was a cute. It was a young adult book. You open up a chapter every day leading up to Christmas. 32
Hmm.
chapters. Really cute.
I
Mhm.
saw those. Those were so cute.
Yeah. And then I just finished Seven Daughters of Dupree.
Hmm.
Oh, I just had it by Nikisha Elise Williams. Um,
Mhm.
Mhm.
and this is an historical fiction. Um, the first line in the prologue said they cut her off. They cut off her head because she ran. Who could know?
Oh.
Um,
Wow.
it just is. It has like themes of a little bit of themes of slavery. It has themes of course, Black women trauma, gender roles,
Mhm.
um, but it's woven in an interconnectedness of how our hair has linked us back so many generations. Is that's the
Mm.
subtle underlining that I got when I had to reread the last chapter,
Hmm.
and it really takes you on a roller coaster. Multi-generational characters. You get 7 different characters during different time periods, going back to the 1800s up till 2022 or something like that. And yeah, this stuck with me for a couple days after I finished it. Like it was just like a, whew, that's why I just posted my review earlier today. But that was good. It comes out January 27, 2026. So this was an arc, and this one was signed as well. And I'm going to talk about that definitely in the spring when it comes out again. And I encourage folks to read that. But you have to be open to be vulnerable while reading, because I did cry a little bit. There were
I
moments
love
of
that.
anger. There were moments of like, what the fuck, pretty much. Like, but yeah, that took me on a roller coaster. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that would be enough for me.
Yep.
That would be a lot.
I would also definitely advise, and this is what I should have did, is annotate the book when you get it. Just some small annotated notes on the side, because you got to go back and forth a few times. So yeah.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Okay.
Well, I put my machine guns and my torches and my motorbikes down in the Delgado space because I told you I'd be out here. I'm gang banging on y'all up in Staten Island, but I did not put Jacquel J down because I was looking for some Christmas books and I found two by Jacquel J. The
Hmm.
first one I read is called Ho 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 Housewife. It's a really quick read. It's like 130 pages and it was filled with her comedy. It was very predictable. The story, basically, the characters, the main character, the male character, his name is Nicholas Saint. Jolly Saint Nick. He's a real estate person. He comes from a wealthy family, and his mom calls him, and in the midst of him trying to rush off the phone, he's like, "I'm engaged." So she's like, "Oh my god, you have to bring my child, bring her up here to meet the family." Da 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 da. And so he wasn't looking for somebody, but he was like, I gotta find somebody to take to meet my family. And his assistant's roommate is like basically her job is to date men and get money off of them. She's a certified gold digger. She gets paid. These men run bags on her, and so her latest conquest was like he fell in love with somebody, so she lost her money, and so Nicholas is very wealthy, and he pays her like enough money to do what she needs to do, and so she becomes his fiance, and so they go visit the family, they spend time together, and basically he turns a hoe into a housewife because that's exactly what she is. But it was cute. You had some issues because she's very good about trauma in the family. Like it winds up being that his mama really ain't shit. um
Mhm.
he had siblings, and yeah, but it was super cute. I mean, like I enjoyed it, but I also enjoy Jaquel J. Her pen game. She the one. She one of them ones. Like it makes sense that she's getting the type of recognition that she's getting now. And but I will say I wish that everybody would leave the Delgados alone and also leave her alone. Like she has taken
Oh,
yeah, leave her because she's gone on her social media pages and I just don't understand. And even now, like Morgan was pressing me out for my third book. I was like, girl, I'm gonna write it at some point when
yeah.
I
But
but
they be pressing her down.
but that's what I'm saying. Like I just feel like bless her heart because people be pressing her out in her group and everything. So and she had like a list of times when all books were supposed to come out. And I was just like, oh, okay, we might get this book then, we might not. Like I'm not pressed about it, but they pressed this woman out so much that she done got off social media. She was like, there's nothing coming out for the rest of the year. It's only 2 weeks left in the year. But I'm just like, girl, you should just be like, I'm gonna release when I release. You all have
You should
so
shut that Facebook group down. That's what
she
I feel.
that are you in the group?
They're too entitled.
Are you in the group? I am too. I just got put up in there. They are annoying.
I don't remember if I left or not because they was
I
doing.
didn't leave
And
the
you
group. But
know,
they really are. And but
mhm.
that's the monster that she created though. I think she loves all of that. But I also think that
At this
we
point, it's overwhelming because she's gained the popularity and it's more
yeah, and
people
it's like
doing
you
it.
need to stop. Yeah.
Hmm.
And
Yeah,
what you're going to do is she's going to stop writing altogether.
yeah.
Because she's already said
Hmm.
like, navigating health issues and doing all these things. And when authors, and the other thing, when an author, I'm glad she's taking the time off and not writing because
Hmm.
often what happens is you let the fans dictate when you put out stuff, and then you put out some bullshit, and then
Yep.
people start hating you that way. So
Hmm.
just like
I'm going to say this, like, okay, so there is this author that I have been reading her for years. It is a white author, but even then I wouldn't name any names on this. And she went for a long period of time with silence, and then she came out and she had dropped like three different series, like the first couple of books in like three different series, and then two completed series. Like she came out with all of that, and it was like absolutely surprising that she did it. Like she just announced it and then slowly released it over time or whatever. And then she did another silence. And when I say silence, I mean like it was over a year of her not being in her Facebook group, not posting on Facebook or anything.
Mhm.
And then like, and people would say like, hey, where's the next book? And her moderator, who I've now found out is like her sister, was like, well, don't press her. Remember last time she did this, well, like give it another maybe year or something like that. She came out and was like, I have, due to personal reasons, I have to stop writing indefinitely. I'm no longer writing indefinitely. She's like, I don't know the state of my
Period.
books. Well, actually, it's really sad. She ended up dying a year later, and come to find out, she had full mental health problems. And yeah, so
Man.
like, y'all stop harassing these people.
Y'all can't keep doing.
Yeah.
You
And
know
like,
what?
it's a whole lot of story behind that, and I'll tell y'all later. But yeah, like yo, she turns out that was the whole thing. That's why she had been quiet before and then dropped all of those books because that was kind of her working through stuff. And
Yeah,
then the quiet was she could no longer write.
that's crazy. And you know what? And I'm
Hmm.
looking at it. I follow her page. Her page. I'm not in the group. I just be seeing the posts
Hmm.
she talks about for Jaquel.
Yeah.
And this is harassment at this point. There are
Yeah.
tens of millions of thousand books in the world.
Uh-huh.
Not only that,
Y'all
this
can find
lady
another
got
author to pick up right now. There's so many other indie authors that you can be reading while she's taking her sabbatical. Let
Hmm.
her have her moment.
but not only that, y'all focusing on one family. If you just love her writing style,
Go through the entire
this
catalog.
lady been writing
Hmm.
books for more than a decade. Go through,
Hmm.
read her whole catalog. And
Hmm.
there's not a bad book. There is a mid series that I just was like, because I recently just reread it because I thought I was looking for something and it wasn't in there. That Brownsville Bully, that's not her best work, but it's not bad. But yeah,
Hmm.
go through, read all of her stuff.
Read
Like I
all of
said,
it.
she got that one,
Read,
and then the
read
second book
other
I read,
authors. And also realize, I think some people say do it from a place of being funny, and it's not funny, y'all. It's
It's not.
not funny when there's when there's like 20 other people making that joke that day.
yeah. And she was on like a book tour. It's like she
Hmm.
out and about. There's like mental prep, and I think that, and I could be wrong, but a lot of these authors are like me. We're really introverted people. So if
Hmm.
we're doing a book tour, the amount of energy it takes to sit here and be on in front of people, and then you have to come back home and then decompress from that. Like I do a lot of talking in my real job, and I do a lot of training and meeting facilitation and conflict resolution and conflict management. And I tell people all the time, I am an introvert. Nobody believes me because I spend a lot of time at work talking, but I really am. And when I come home from work, I'm quiet. Like when I'm on the train, I don't want to talk. I don't want to do anything because I've literally sat here and given all my energy out. And so she's doing these tours while she was still putting out books. She had already mentioned that like her daughter is going to high school, graduating high
You
school.
don't want to
Like
miss out on
she
that.
don't
Hmm.
want to miss out on any of that. She wants to. She's a person. She lives her life, and she has so many other books. And like, and for me, it's like I'm salivating at the mouth because I know when the next book come out, it's gonna give me what I want, but I'm not pressed because I want you to give me what I
Right.
want.
Hmm.
You
Yeah.
just put out some trash,
Yeah.
and
And
I know that.
she was also at the house party this past July, and her line never went down.
No,
Never. The whole event, it never went down. There was never no one in her line. Like
yeah,
hundreds of tickets were sold to that event, and she probably saw almost
exactly.
everybody
You
who
know who else
attended
did
because,
I'm sorry, Sloan. I didn't mean
no,
to.
you're good.
Kennedy Ryan just did the same thing too. She canceled all the rest of her stuff for the rest of
Good
the
for
tour.
her.
Hmm.
I want to say she did back in September or October. She's like,
Good
you know what,
for
I'm
her.
done for the rest of the year. I've canceled the rest outside of these two events that I've full on committed, yada yada, and that was it.
Hmm.
But nobody jumped her. It's what I'm saying. Like y'all get it. If you're gonna do that type of energy, do it to
And, then,
everybody. If you're
and
taking it.
here's the thing though, nobody jumped her because Kimberly Ryan is mainstream now.
Oh yeah, Kennedy.
She's
Yeah,
not.
Hmm.
yeah, she's not necessarily Kennedy, my bad. She's
Okay.
not necessarily adhering to these greedy ass black women authors who we be so pressed and we expect so much and don't want to pay. That's another issue that I have. These books be $4.99, $7.99.
Yeah.
Heaven forbid that a urban author have the audacity to have a book $10 or more. When
Y'all up
these
there
books
paying
are great, y'all lose your minds. When we got our counterparts selling trash, and I know there
for
is one
$30.
for $30, for $20. There is one author that I read, and I've been reading her since. Well, I found out about her 15 years ago, but she's been writing this one specific series since the mid 90s.
Oh,
It's
wow.
the exact same series. She puts out two books, one a year, one in February and one in November. They are not on Kindle Unlimited until like maybe 10 years after they've been rented. So you have to buy them. She rarely puts them in the library. This series she writes, she's a romance author, but this series is like futuristic and she writes under a pseudonym, but she
Ooh.
has a formula to how these books are written. And literally, like I said, these books have been coming out since the mid 90s. And in February and September, I always buy it. And I always know it's gonna be this, like I know it's set up this way.
Mm.
But and she's a white author. And then you have like y'all leave these people the fuck alone. I
Yeah.
really wish I know
I
but
really think that
also
some people just think they're like being funny, but the reality is like it's funny when one person says it. It's not funny when it's like 50, and it's in one day especially. And like y'all, it's happening. Not only is it happening on the Facebook group, I'm sure somebody is,
and
mentioning her
TikTok,
on a status, on the TikTok, on,
Oh,
TikTok
it's
on
always
in her Instagram comments.
mm-hmm.
it's
Like
real everywhere.
that stuff is just too much. It's kind of overwhelming.
It's
And
bullying,
that's,
all the things, and
Yeah, and like
and
I remember when even J.R. Ward, she's a right author. She writes
mhm,
the vampire
Black
series.
Dagger Brotherhood.
Yeah, and I've read those, and she has a TV series on a show. My aunt paid for it. I'm not paying for Passion Flix, but I did watch the series because my aunt bought the subscription to. I was like, what the hell? But no, I'm not. But now I do remember her fandom is very similar to Jacqueline James because she
Mhm.
writes a very niche type of book, and these women are pressed about these vampires because these vampires
Rabid.
are fine. And she and her publicist. This was this was right before the pandemic hit. She was supposed to do. There is a romance book festival that happens in
Polygon.
a Polycon, yes. And so she was
Mhm.
supposed to come, and she was coming, but she was letting bitches know off the break. Don't fucking bother me about this. She like ran it down, and even in the comments, the people started. She's like, "I will end this live. Get it together." And I was like, maybe my black women need to do the same thing. Y'all sit here, we everybody wants you to be their friend. Everybody wants you to do this and do that. Like, no, give these women a break. Read Second Chance Christmas by Jacqueline J. That was the second book I read. That was really cute too. And it
Try
wasn't
another author. Just like you tried
another
Jaquel J
author.
for the first time. Try a new author.
Yeah, I just tried
Like,
what's her
mm,
name? Y'all told me to read. What's her name? Tada, Meldow. What's her name?
no, dog.
oh,
Mel.
meltdown, yeah,
That
mm-hmm.
lady
Hmm.
is the bomb.
Yes,
And I
I
just
love
She
it.
found
has
out
a
about
huge
her like
catalog.
a month ago. She got a huge catalog.
Huge.
Hmm.
There's so many books you can read.
And
Hmm.
yeah, there's not a shortage. That's the reason why I
Yeah.
created this podcast. Is because it's not a shortage. Like,
We
let them
talked about
have a
so
break.
many authors who like they
Every
have
time.
long catalogs. Like y'all, you will still be reading somebody if you pick up another author. You might still be reading their backlist by the time Jaquel J drops the next book.
Yeah, and fabulous.
But I also low key, and this is just my personal peeve that I noticed. I think that this is just readers who don't read. They're casual. They're like I don't want to call them casual readers. Casual. I don't know, but they're readers who really stick to what is popular, what is trending.
Mm,
They're not going to go find
Fact,
another book on their own.
yeah,
They're the type of people who are always going to be like, what's new that I need to read? They're going to go into a group and be like, what do I need to read?
yeah.
or only read what's mentioned in the group and never anything, they're not going to go find their new favorite.
Yeah. Or
Mhm.
and that sucks too because you're missing out on so many good authors.
So many good
So
books.
many.
So many good books.
Like, yeah, whatever.
Y'all, I accidentally found Mel Dog. I can't even tell you.
Yeah,
I've been reading her for years, so I really can't even tell you. But yeah,
yeah, she's good.
yeah. I've been reading her for so long. And, Be Love, when I discovered her, and then she came out with the Be Love publications. And I read most of the authors who published under her because,
Mhm.
and it's a wide variety too. She has some that is
Yes.
urban and more traditional Black
Mhm.
romance, she, and they're always doing like collections. They have a really cute like an arranged marriage service. It's almost like Married at First Sight ish. There's
Mhm.
that series. There's the fairy tale retelling. Like, y'all, there's so much to read that you don't need to go to
And
one
that's part
author
of the job.
constantly saying, when are you coming out with the next
You
book?
don't have to harass anybody. Just
At
go.
Hmm.
all. And if you that damn pressed, send her and the daughter a graduation gift to the PO box.
Period. Period. Send a gift.
Damn
Let
it.
them know.
No, we got to get this girl through college.
Right.
Now, send some money.
Hmm.
Send some money.
Hmm.
Jockwell, tell us your cash app so we can just
Okay,
put it up
girl,
in
put the
here.
registry
Just
out
give us the
there.
memo. Give us the
Uh-huh.
memo. All those things. Yes.
Mm.
Send us. Let us know what a PO box is. What is your daughter's birthday? Is she an Aries like
What does she
me?
need for school?
What does she
Mhm.
need for school? That's the perfect thing. Look at Morgan.
Hmm.
She's the best.
But yeah.
Morgan is the best. Fabulous. But yeah, I was just that was when I was reading those two Christmas books by her. I was just like, it's just really a pity that you have to sit here.
Hmm.
Been loosely saying this for months that she has
Yes.
a lot going on.
And you needed to
So,
take a
Hmm.
step back. You needed a break. And no one is
mhm,
paying attention and listening there because they just care about what's the next best hottest read, as Sloan said, because they're trying to jump on the trend.
right, and that's just terrible.
Jump on the trend of supporting your local Black owned bookstores. How about that?
That part, or so just supporting
Jump
small.
on the trend. Jump on the trend of finding a Black indie author on Amazon with fewer than 10 reviews
And
and
read
read
the
that
book and
book.
put a review. That I know that's
Read
right,
that book
Sloan.
and make a review. How about
Yes.
that?
Feel free to read
Yes.
the conversation by LaCie Knight
Hmm.
Period.
and leave me
You
a
know
review.
what?
And
Here's
I'm not, and you can, and I'm not the person that needs the 5 stars. I need reviews. I need honest. I'm a new author, so
mm-hmm.
I need whatever y'all gonna give me is what I need. In
Hmm.
fact, I am on the street team for this
Cyan Blue,
Beyond
Cyan,
Blue.
Cyan. Is it Cyan?
Cyan. It's
Cyan.
Cyan. And
Okay.
is she's a new author as well. She's a part of L. Kason's group, but I'm on her street team, and she actually has. It's not out yet, but Forbidden Entanglement is coming out, and she does have 3 books that are out currently. So I think January 16th, her book Forbidden Entanglement is coming. But she's a really she. I think all authors when we start out we write short stories, so it's
Mhm.
not a lot that she has, but I definitely think she's a cute little author. Her name is Cyan, like the color cyan blue. And yeah, check her out because she
Yeah.
needs push, push, push. Get it up in there and let these
Mhm.
people know. But yeah, it's like and just like Sloan went through and ran through all those authors that were in her book box. I just think like if you like I said last week, I was so excited that so many people are reading, but I'm also
Hmm.
like as you all continue to read, the point is of reading is to expand your horizons. Like
Yeah.
yes,
Hmm.
you're reading urban fiction, but it's like venture out into something else, like this my podcast is for urban Black women authors truly, but that isn't all that I read, like I'm a
Hmm.
sci-fi girl at heart. I'm not bringing that here, but I'm a sci-fi girl, I'm a comic book girl, and I just feel like let this be your foundation and then tiptoe into something else. Historical fiction, I'll
That's
never
been my
read
new jam.
that.
Hmm.
Yes.
That's not my vibe, but like there's so many. It's just let this be your stepping stone into just really becoming a butterfly in the sky, so we can fly twice.
Hmm.
If you take a look, it's in a book. The reading. You can be anything. You really
Yeah.
can.
Yeah.
Friends,
You really can.
places to go. Reading Rainbow. You know, just saying, like for real. But yeah, so like I said before, Habari Gani, Ujima is today. If you are I mean next year you'll know. But find some people that you want to do a little task with. This is gonna come out on the day of Nia, which is purpose.
Oh,
So that's where you that and it's also gonna come out the day before New Year's Eve. So really spend some time thinking about what your vision and your purpose for 2026 would be.
yeah.
You know,
Mm-hmm.
set goals and work together with a group so that you know when it's time for 2026 to pop off for you, you already have it ready to.
Mm-hmm.
Mm. Oh,
Yes, go
I need
ahead.
to talk about my braids.
Yeah.
Yes, let's get into the hot topic moments.
Okay, one hot topic, y'all.
Your
So
brain.
last week I went to get my hair braided under my bonnet. I went to the
Period.
Africans. I went to Nadine's. I posted my
Mhm.
experience
Wait,
on.
you gotta tell people about the importance of Nadine, or you don't know.
Well, wait, what? She has a backstory, like a full on.
Yeah, she does have a backstory.
Oh, I didn't know that part. Okay, well, you share that part first, and then I'll talk about my experience.
So Morgan went to Nadine's hair gallery that's in the Washington D.C. metropolitan area. So Nadine's, like 4 years ago, she went viral because her braiding salon is literally 24 hours a day.
Mhm.
She says you can go in at any given time, get your hair braided, and it looks. And there's like, if you're on TikTok, you can find her. She does like her and her social media people. They do really cute videos. So folks were like, you get mixed reviews when you go there, which is why she's so viral. Some people say they have horrible experiences, the women be mean, because and she also gives you like a quick turnaround. Like there's a guarantee, like braids usually take people all day long. She's like, the longest you'll be there is 2.5, 3 hours max, and you get out. And the way she does this because multiple people are braiding your hair at the same time. So I've never gone to Nadine's because I have fine hair and I have no desire to have my hair yanked by 3 different people in 4 different directions. So but there are people that when it first started, she was in a smaller space, and then she got like this boom. And so she recently, maybe last year or the year before, moved into a huger spot, which is probably where Morgan went.
Yeah.
And people would sit there, they go in, they're like, oh, it's this huge waiting area over here. You just be sitting, waiting, and then you sign in and you go to the back. And so everybody in this area, they like to go there and get their braids done very quickly. However, there's been issues with hair quality. Like they say, you leave there, your hair look beautiful. Then in 3 days, your hair will be matted and a mess if you're using human hair that's not really human hair. Like there's so much that happens. But then you also have people who are like, I had an okay experience or I had a great experience and I'll keep coming back. And it's like Nadine's for me. I don't know if you all remember like the Quick Weave Express people where they would like go get your hair done and get a weave in your head in like 90 minutes or less, and it would be like $100. And folks would like people who weren't familiar with sewing or whatever would love them, but other folks would be like, they barely sew your hair down and da 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 da. So it's like a quick. But yeah, so that's why I was like, when you mentioned Nadine's, I was like, I want to know about your experience because I've seen.
I don't have no reason to lie.
Yeah, and also it's just like people be talking and people be going up in there with the haters. So
People have mixed expectations, and then
and you know what? So I ended up getting boho, not knotless. I got traditional knot because knotless don't work for me because I sweat a lot, and I haven't had any problems. I got this done the Monday before Christmas, so on the 22nd. Today the 28th, so it's been 6 days or so. It's fine. My cousin, who I was visiting with while I was home with my nana, she also had boho braids. She was like, it's the same. She was like, the only thing is you can't put mousse on it. You got to do water and like conditioner on the human hair parts, which is fine. This is my first time ever giving boho, so I didn't, I got to figure out if it really is going to work for me or if I just go back to my regular, regular. But my experience was fine. I didn't go early in the morning like I had planned on it. I ended up sleeping through my alarm, which is fine. I wasn't tripping. I was like, okay, if I get in there, it's probably gonna be a lot of people. It's the Monday before Christmas. Child, I got in there. There was no one sitting in the waiting area. Half of the salon was empty. They took like maybe Well, I took an additional like 10 minutes because I wanted to really make sure I wanted to get what I wanted since I wasn't packed. I was like, well, shit, I could sit here and really figure out, do I want to do boho this time? Try something different, which is fine. And so they were talking to me. I sat down, 9:05, my first braid started. I was paid and in my car at 12:23.
So yeah, so
So
3.5 hours. Yeah.
3 hours and 10 minutes maybe because I had to go up to the counter and pay and whatever. And I was talking to the people. But again, you got to go and create your own opinion. I believe it started, there was maybe about 6 people in the waiting area, but there was ladies that were getting their station set up. Like it wasn't like it was super packed. From what I could tell, everybody still had 2 people on their head. I don't know. I think you should know what you're to expect when you're going to the Africans anyway. And so with people having these, oh well, they were mean. That's not really that they were mean. That's just how they
were
talk.
direct. Yeah,
very direct. I appreciate directness because I'm gonna. No, I don't like that. Can you take that braid out? Can you redo it? Like it's just, I don't know. But that doesn't, I'm not belittling or negating from anyone's experience if they did truly have a bad experience, but
maybe some of the bad experiences were, sometimes even if you get in the same braids, if you get the same braids by different people, some people are just better than others. So that might be, what they're experiencing.
100%. Absolutely.
But I liked my 2 ladies. I got their names so that when I go back, I'm going back to them.
That's exactly what you're supposed to do.
I mean, this was my first time getting braids in over a year and a half. So I had been in my wig and I was doing the mini twists all last summer. So I was like, oof, Lord, if I don't like them, I'm gonna have to take them out in a week. We'll see. It's just So I had a good time, and I would have the people go back.
I love that. I'm excited. I'm happy to hear that because like I said, when Morgan posted about going to Nadine's, literally 3 other women were like, I had a horrible experience. Sure. But I think it's because people go in the middle of the day, so it's crowded. So you got an attitude because you're waiting.
And you're going on a weekend.
And you're going on a weekend. And it's it's like manage your expectation as well.
With what you gotta manage. It's gonna be busy on the Saturday.
It's gonna be busy because if you were to go to a regular braiding gallery,
or any salon,
or any salon, any place, like any place you get any type of esthetician or beauty service on a weekend
that takes walk-ins.
Braiding, that
takes walk-ins because it is walk-in only. So you might have to wait. You gotta have
to wait.
Yeah.
So my takeaway has always been, I really do think it's about the timing, and I think it's also about the energy that you bring to people. Because if you come in there with a nasty attitude, they are going to meet you with that. Because honestly,
they're human.
You're not only are you human, but you not stopping the bag. Like you still gotta pay to get your hair done. If you have a bad experience with them, they not gonna get fired. You're not doing anything. You're doing nothing. So it's like I was just like, you need to really think these things through. And if you don't want to go somewhere that's crowded like that, then find a boutique person. Like people come to my house to do my hair because I ain't got time. I don't like being around a bunch of people anyways. And
that's
and I also be like, I don't necessarily know what I want. So I mean, and I be asking questions too, but I don't want it to be like me being the one person asking a rack of questions, holding the lineup. Whereas if I come and talk to you directly about what I'm trying to do and having these intense conversations, that does have a different type of need. Yeah. So I wouldn't go to a braiding gallery, but I was just excited to see. Yep. Go early. Go early.
Or even if you do go midday, I would say, like for me, the next time I go, if I do another full set, or even if I do a touch up, I haven't decided that part. But if I were to go, it would be during the week, during a working week, and I would go in the morning around 8, 9 o'clock again. That's I know that is probably a good sweet spot. Monday through Thursday is probably slower. They have more time. They're more relaxed. They're not feeling all the, the braiders aren't feeling pressure from the waiting room area. It could be all those things. And I'm going to go with a positive attitude. I had my book. I was sitting there yelling at the book, and they was like, "Ma'am, are you okay?" I was like, "I'm sorry. It's the book." They was cracking up at me. I'm like, "Y'all don't get it. This book is good." It's just.
What book was you reading that you was yelling at? You ain't mention that. You ain't tell us we want to yell.
I know. This was on Monday. What did I read on Monday? Hold on, y'all. That's crazy.
Was it your historical fiction?
I think it might have been. Hold on.
Oh, the arc, so you couldn't tell us.
No, I can.
Mm.
Like I was yelling at that book. What did I read? Hold on.
Mm.
Oh, I read Bitter Honey by Lola. I don't want to pronounce it wrong because there's a lot of asterisks.
Oh.
No,
Yeah,
I
let
lied.
LaCie take a stab.
I lied.
Oh.
That wasn't it. I was reading. It was an arc. We Were Never Friends by Kira Rhoda. It was a suspense thriller. My bad, y'all. Yeah.
We Were Never Friends. That sounds interesting.
Kira Rhoda. I think she's a Black author.
Did you post it on Instagram?
I did.
Okay, I'm gonna look at your Instagram.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I was cutting up because my heart was palpitating.
We Were Never Friends. A little suspense.
Oh no, that's a white lady. I lied. It's a white lady.
Okay, never mind.
Never mind. But
never mind for the podcast, but I'll still look for myself.
never mind for the podcast.
Yeah, maybe not for this.
But yeah, and I have two friends that are hairdressers. One being the woman that does my hair now, and then another friend. And Wednesdays, according to hairdressers too, are also a light day. So take your ass to the beauty salon on a Wednesday. That's why they be having Wednesday specials.
Mm-hmm. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesdays are good.
That's when I go get my nails done.
Yeah.
I go get my nails done. I don't have no special. But I also don't get nothing special done.
I haven't had them done in forever because I'm just dealing. So
I just got them done for the holiday.
I don't have mine done. I might put some press-ons on myself.
Period. There's some good press-ons lately too that the people on
TikTok. Oh, girl, I love me some press-ons now.
Yeah.
I was in line at TJ Maxx and they put them right there in that, by the register while you waiting in line. I was just grabbing. Yes. I was like, oh man.
Shut your mouth. I thought they had it at TJ Maxx.
Yeah, they got them at TJ, the Rack and Nordstrom Rack. Everywhere.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so.
Well, you guys, the other news that I want to talk about that I really don't care about no more was the fact that Mendices and Yandy was never a couple.
Married.
They was a couple that was never married.
It was never married. But I was just like, I felt like when we watched the wedding special years ago, did he go to jail before or after the wedding?
Right after.
Yeah, I think like they never signed it then. So I was just like, I never thought they were married. But then
I'm not going to nobody's altar without a sign before. We're doing that at the court. The wedding ceremony is
you're supposed to do that. You go to the
court. Or you can do it then during the wedding.
But no, what I'm saying is you go to the court to get the paper, and then you have the ceremony and you're signing in the courthouse, and then the officiant is the last signature. So two of them were supposed to already have signed.
So then that's
the officiant fills it out. So that's why I'm like, I just feel like the whole thing was a lie because the officiant filled it out, or at least in Maryland, Virginia, and DC, because I am in.
I know in Missouri when my friend got married, she had her license and they signed it right after because their witnesses had to sign.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
and then you mail it.
Yeah.
And then you mail it or turn it in. And I know for my friend, the church that she got married in, the secretary handled that for people.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm. It was all like it was a scheme that Todd set up.
Andy set up to get them with the
I don't think she ever wanted to be married to that man at that point. It was just to prove to them.
I think she did.
I think so too. I think it was just like she wanted to prove to them two baby mamas that was driving her crazy that she got the man.
I got the man. I won. Girl, no, you didn't.
No, not at all.
Because now I'm sitting here like, was he really dating Tamar Braxton? Like Funky Dynamics said. Oh my God, yeah, Tamar Braxton said. Tamar Braxton, that shit was crazy. That whole story.
It really was.
Because I was
really was.
She woke up in a pool of blood and she got emergency surgery on her teeth.
Oh, that was that.
But I was like, girl, you're talking, and I've had like my wisdom teeth pulled. Like just I had them all pulled at the same time, and my cheeks were swollen. It was nothing swollen on her. Like if all her teeth were knocked out and she wouldn't have had the surgery and these things, and she just looked regular like 3 days later. And I was like, There's nothing swollen.
I just had, a root canal on this side, and I was definitely swollen and, trying to
Yeah,
talk to people and stuff. And that was just, their little numbing. It wasn't anything
Right.
serious like an extraction.
yeah. She was
Mm-hmm.
like, and so I was like, oh, I felt like Yandy went over there and knocked her around a little bit.
Oh.
That
Crazy if she wasn't married. I'm sorry, which is so crazy if you wasn't. I mean, were you still, was it like a, does Yandy know that they broke up? Because if
let
she
me tell
was
you.
messing with Mendices, does Yandy know that they broke up? I don't know.
So LaCie Knight is obviously a pseudonym, but the real person behind LaCie Knight lived a very interesting situation last year with somebody who did not think that they were broken up. And I wrote about it. And it's coming out in a book called Desperate Women, Desperate Measures, Desperate God. And yes, bitches be tripping
Mm-hmm.
around men that have definitely told them, we are not together. You do not matter to me. And they will lose it. So she could have lost it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Especially if
I say
Nindisi
that.
hadn't come out publicly and said that they
Mm-hmm.
were saying, and he's out and about in Atlanta with all the things that they were saying that he and Tamar were doing. That's disrespectful to the scheme that Yandy set up. And we already
It
on Love
is.
Atlanta. You got everybody asking if they together or not together because Yandy was in Fiji with some other man. So
Look, don't mess up the family bag, okay?
please,
If that's how
please.
you are making money to feed your kids, because they got kids together, right?
Yeah, they have, and she was taking care of his other kids. She
Yeah.
was taking care
If
of all
that's
of
how
them.
if that's how you feeding the kids, be a little bit more conscious with what you're doing.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. A
Well,
1,000%, absolutely. But that was, I was like that. That's stuck.
I
That
can't wait for the fallout. I can't wait for the fallout now that this has
well,
came out. What is
he
Yandy going to do?
I don't think he's gonna do anything. He went on this podcast and he was like they weren't married, but they were together and they're not together anymore. And he was basically saying that the issue wasn't like a huge beef between the two of them. It was just like they
Mhm.
just drifted apart. But he was still very complimentary to her. He was
Yeah.
like,
Well, she's a good spinner, and that's what I mean. Not what she's going to do negative, but like, how
"How's
is
she
she
gonna
going to
spin
spin
it?"
this? Because she is a good spinner.
I can't wait to see what her and Mona come up with.
I mean, because how many of them got wedding specials?
okay.
She got one. Safari and Erica Mena got one.
That was a gorgeous wedding. Toxic couple, but a gorgeous wedding.
Yeah, I think that was it. I'm from Love and Hip Hop. I know Candy and
Mm-hmm.
Lily got wedding specials, but that's Bravo.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And Bethany Frankel got one too. That was
But
terrible.
maybe, I haven't watched in a while. Maybe it's not that many of them getting married.
It's not.
No, it's not. Don't nobody get married anymore.
Go on and give Kirk and Rashida that vow renewal.
Girl,
Even
Rasheed,
Jim Jones and Chrissy,
they
oh
never
bless
got married.
them. They never
Gosh.
She
got
never.
their stuff.
If you like it, I love it. But they never
Chrissy
got.
has given up. Chrissy has given up the ghost. She says she's happy, so I guess I'm just be happy for my sis.
She
Oh,
still ain't happy. When she was happy, she wouldn't have never said nothing to
Or
begin
she
with.
wouldn't have proposed herself.
okay. Goodness gracious, that was a mess.
That part.
Love
She
and
was
Hip Hop,
not
that original season, those original couple of
Man,
seasons of the OG
still
Love and Hip Hop were
pretty.
so good.
Still pretty. When Kim Bella got beat up and
mm,
she was looking in the mirror, she's
mm.
like, I'm still pretty. I was like, I know that's right, Kim Bella. That was funny.
I loved her, and now she has a horrible BBL.
Oh,
I just, that's another
It's
thing.
horrible.
I just, Black women, we are perfection in our natural states.
I
We don't
agree.
be needing to do a whole lot, a whole
Hers
lot.
looks like it hurts. It looks like it hurts.
It's swollen,
Yeah.
like it's stiff.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
And I think it's the injections. Like people like to do the silicone injections, but every
Oh, is that what
doctor
you're
is like,
doing?
I it looked so hard that I think it might be the silicone. Some of
Mm,
it, you know,
hmm.
I followed a plastic surgery advisor on Twitter, and so I
Mhm.
learned like a lot of the stuff. And they're like, the thing, she's like, the thing with the silicone is it's like instant results. When you get it, it's really like hard and stuff, and then like by the next day, it's really like loose and jiggly. And she's like, and it's gonna look, like it's gonna have movement and stuff, but then it never fails that it's gonna start,
I
you
need
know,
everybody to just look at Drea
rejecting.
Michelle and just do whatever she did, because Drea
Skinny
Michelle,
BBL, skinny BBL.
because
She looks good.
she does things to her body often. She's
Mm-hmm.
like a
Mm-hmm.
post, but she looks great all the time. She looks amazing.
I think that she's aware of her proportions and she does it.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I call it. That's why they call it the skinny BBL, because those girls will be really small, and instead of going for like
Above
huge, they go for very very proportionate. You
Mhm.
know, like I like Sweetie, but I think she needs to reduce.
Yeah, I think
Mm-hmm.
so. All these people be shit.
Mm-hmm. They're going too big, but I also think that they're going big for other reasons, but I don't want to get into that.
Well, there's your reality moments, you guys. Yandy and these fake marriages. There's tons of, and that's like one of my favorite tropes too, arranged marriage. And
Oh yeah.
I
Oh,
do
you'll
like.
love that Be Love series if you go look at it. It was like
I
they had like a single dad and she was the teacher and it was true arranged. It's like
Mhm.
arranged hearts. It's yeah.
Ooh.
And then they somehow had a friends to lovers and I was like, "Oh my gosh, that's so cool. This arranged marriage series has like a friends to lover." And I think the author Maya wrote that one.
Mhm. Oh,
Mhm.
you said RBJ put out a new book.
Yes.
Oh, yes, she did.
Go back to my thing.
Let me go. What's the name of it? Let me pull that up right now.
Girl, I don't know.
I'm about to. I'll tell you.
I love Genesis book. Okay, sorry. That's just
I do
Oh
too.
no, I love
He's one of my favorites.
I love him so
so
much.
so I should have put this in, I should have texted this to somebody but I told my friend who does not read RBJ before Genesis book. I said exactly what the plot line is. I said, I know exactly why Megan left. I know exactly why she left. And then I read that book and I said, see, I was right.
Mm.
Listen,
And
Genesis.
I didn't know that you were reading like that, LaCie. Otherwise, I would have texted you before the book came out. Like, girl,
Oh,
I already know what Genesis is about. And I'm gonna love it. I knew I was going to love it because I love him, but I said, yeah. I said he just goofy and it got too spicy for the pepper for Megan, so she had to dip for a little bit. And he proved that he
girl.
could be better.
He
Casey
did.
Queen's book 3. I mean book 4. It's part of a series.
What's the
Which
name?
she should have known. I am gonna say that.
Pages.
What book? What's the name of it?
Stolen Love.
Fell in Love.
Stolen.
Stolen. Yeah. It's Amethyst and
Yeah.
Yale.
Mm-hmm. It's 650 pages. Woo, these
Oh
women is
gosh.
writing. I love a good.
Something about Aubrey J is because I wish she would go back to the series, but I don't bother her about it. Is that she says her characters really speak to her, and she writes what however long it's going to be.
That's fair.
And so yeah.
I like
She did have to. She stopped the series. She stopped the series because she said the characters don't speak to her anymore. Eventually she's going to go back to them. I know she will because it was kind of connected with this family. All of them. You know how they're all like connected.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I love an interconnected series, y'all.
I love she and another author merged the stories well. I can't remember who the other person was, but like the cousin, Genesis cousin.
Mm-hmm.
It might be Casey Mills, but it might because the cousin. There is a scene in one book where the cousin picks up the phone and like they're telling him that something happened to his cousin, and the cousin that he's talking about is the female main character in another book, and it might be Casey.
Okay.
And I was just like, I love when y'all work that out like that. Yeah. I love when because it was like it didn't mess up with either story, and it was literally the exact same scene just told from the perspective of the other person. But yeah. And also this series that she's writing for this book that came out this year.
Yep. And I'm looking at her
there you go, Aubrey J. Read instead of Jaquel J. Go read Aubrey J.
Backlisted. She's got a good back. She's got a pretty long backlist too.
Yeah, Aubrey J be funny. Aubrey J be cracking me up.
Oh yeah, Genesis is hilarious.
Genesis is so funny, but yeah, even
the Office good.
Yeah, I love it.
Mm-hmm.
I enjoy it. I'm gonna check this out.
Oh yeah.
There you have it.
And Lady Nisha, you know, she just dropped that 900-page book. You know, if you're looking for somebody to read, you'll be reading her for a while. Not 90, 900. My bad.
Problematic. Yeah, she was good. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed Problematic. See, there y'all go. Oh, this is my last week before I have to go back to work. I really
been a good time. Mm-hmm.
Okay. I don't have time off, so
sorry, Sloane.
It's okay. It's okay. I'm planning out my stuff for next year, and I actually do have to take off because we're moving benefits. So,
and we need to plan on going to a bookish event or something sometime next year in the spring.
Well, I'm going to
the Black Book Love Fest in Atlanta.
I'm going to Petals and Prose in May in St. Louis. Petals and Prose.
But that's at the beginning of May. That's my daughter's birthday. I can't go.
Yeah, and that's why you couldn't come.
Otherwise, I would have absolutely have gone.
And Kay Shanae is gonna be there, and I like reading her, and I'm gonna talk to her about maybe, you know, because we're supposed to be having guest stars on the podcast, y'all. But
I'm about to reach out to some people. Who y'all want to talk to? Let me know.
Okay.
I don't know.
With a small list. But y'all got to read the book.
I already got Evelyn. She's ready to come on.
She is ready.
That's my book mentor, so she ain't got no choice but to come on here. And then D.A. Young will come back, but she won't want to be videoed. They'll have D.A. Young.
She could put up her little screen and a little avatar.
Yeah, she could put up she just can turn her camera off. We can make that happen. D.A. Young, Tiana Levine, these are IR authors, but yeah, her. I'm on her street team, so Diane Blue. Yeah. Maybe even Elle Kaysen. We can get her there. On the street team. Why not? Why?
I mean, girl, it does. Closed mouths don't get fed in that case.
Yeah,
That's one where you just inviting them to do something. Not, can you give me a book? But
I don't want a book. I just need 30.
Oh no, that's what I'm talking. I'm talking about, because we just had this conversation. Like, hey, inviting somebody to is a whole different conversation from
We're just
when are you gonna release the next?
We are a brand new podcast, and we some really smart chicks.
So,
come on up on here.
Okay,
a little bit, but yeah, give me a list of names. I'll start reaching out to the people. I want to reach out to the people that are self-published without a publicist first, because those are the ones that are probably quicker to say yes than us have to go through a publicist and get on a calendar and like all of that. But yeah. All right, y'all. This was wonderful. Happy New Year. This is our second to last podcast before we move to a bi-weekly schedule. So I know y'all enjoy seeing us every week in December. So so we'll see you all next week. But Happy New Year. And I hope everything goes well for those of you that are celebrating and being outside on the 31st. Please stay safe. If you're drinking. A lot of major cities, the Ubers, the Lyfts, give you all free services from like within a specific mile radius. Metro stations are open. The buses are free. Hopefully you have some friends. Don't drink and drive. Don't be sad things. Stay safe. People be getting crazy with the guns. They be pop, pop, pop.
They be shooting in the air. But
they said they 12 shots for the year.
Yes. So that's why I be in the house. So yep. Be safe. Hopefully you'll see us sooner. We'll be live, but I hope y'all enjoyed our Bonnet and Muumuus episode.
Thank you.
Oh yeah, follow us everywhere. When I mean everywhere. YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, Spotify, Apple, all the places, YouTube Music, Amazon Music, Amazon Podcast, whatever. Follow us. We're there. Follow Urban Whispers Podcast. That is the handle for all those places. You can find Sloane on Instagram and Sloane_Bueller, and Morris Day's book, our Instagram influencer, our famous chick, on Instagram and on TikTok, and on Threads, and on everywhere. And this is my plug for More Creates to become a sponsor of the show. I say it every week. One day it'll happen and we'll get an ad.
Okay.
So yeah, we'll see y'all next week. Thanks for listening.
Bye.